truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance are the fundamental characteristics of the universe. The cornerstones of human morality, the foundations of peace and freedom, and transcend time, space, culture, religion, and politics. The artists in this exhibit use their art to explore the inner meanings of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance, and the meaning of life itself. Through practicing the ancient Chinese meditation practice of Falun Gong, they have begun to ask the big questions: the meaning of human existence, man's place in the world, and the nature of the universe, life, and matter. This exhibit shares their experiences on the path of enlightenment. Theme 1. The Arrival of the Lord Buddha. The Coming of the Holy Fallen King. According to Buddhist legend, the Lord of Buddhas, also called the Holy Fallen King, foresaw the destruction of the universe during the final phase of the cycle of life: formation, stasis, degeneration, destruction. Seeing what would unfold during the final time, he made a wish to save all sentient beings and descended from the pinnacle of the cosmos to the earth. His radiant presence is said to overflow with mercy and grace, and with each step of his descent, he creates a group of divine helpers. The tiers of color under his feet represent the different planes of existence he's traveled through. As he reaches the earth, the clear sky gives way to darkness, but the universe itself remains fundamentally good. Theme 2. The Joy of Cultivation. Falun Dafa is a spiritual cultivation practice guided by the characteristics of the universe: truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. Cultivation means continuously striving to better harmonize oneself with these universal principles. Lecturing on the Fa. Introduced to the public in 1992 by Li Hongzhi, in less than 10 years, it spread by word of mouth, and more than 100 million people began practicing in China. This painting shows the practice spreading around the world. Even heavenly beings are listening and learning the sacred Great Law. In light of this, the artist has written this poem. In the trudging maelstrom of existence, what could be the meaning of life? Upon learning the Tao, what eternal joy that is. But then, how many could attain Lord Buddha's teachings? Cherish we must this sacred opportunity of millennia. Illumination. A gentle light shines down on a woman studying the teachings of Falun Gong. In her mind, the invisible light of spiritual illumination is also shining. The child resting serenely under her arm represents the balance between self-cultivation and normal family life. The calm posture of the child mirrors the inner world of the practitioner. Theme 3. Persecution in China. Tens of thousands of Falun Gong practitioners in China have been subjected to illegal detention, forced labor, torture, rape, forced abortion, and even death, simply for practicing their religious beliefs. This painting portrays several of the over 100 documented torture techniques used on Falun Gong practitioners. Other torture methods are too obscene to be portrayed on canvas. Investigators estimate that tens of thousands of Falun Gong adherents have been murdered in the ongoing persecution. Tiger Bench. The torture technique known as the Tiger Bench is used on a Falun Gong practitioner. Prison guards stack bricks beneath the feet while tight ropes hold the legs down until the bones snap. A golden halo crowns the Falun Gong practitioner. The guards also have dark halos, suggesting the destiny that awaits each man based on the choices they have made. Cage. The victim is forced to squat in a small cage for long periods of time. While in the cage, they are not allowed to move or speak and are subjected to other forms of torture. The cage also represents the nation of China. The campaign against Falun Gong has lasted for over 10 years. And for Falun Gong practitioners, their home country has become a giant cage. Freed by faith. Inspired by a true story, a young woman simply walks out of the labor camp where she was held as a prisoner of conscience. Her hand sign, commonly used by practitioners of Falun Gong, symbolizes her inner strength and conviction. The less fortunate may be held for many years, facing torture, death, and organ harvesting. To date, more than 3,200 such deaths have been documented by human rights groups. Nonviolent resistance. Brightness in the night. The dark of night envelops a Chinese street as a mother and her child post flyers exposing the persecution of Falun Gong. If discovered, they face imprisonment, torture, and even organ murder. Amidst the danger, the child's soft yet strong gesture symbolizes courage and conviction. Because of the Chinese communist regime's grip on almost all print and broadcast media, printing and posting flyers is one of the only ways for Chinese people to speak out against oppression. The Call of Innocence. The girl pictured here and many others braved the elements in a year-long campaign to raise awareness of the persecution of Falun Gong practitioners in China on the streets of New York. Amidst the Manhattan skyline and rain, sharp eyes penetrate the gray landscape as a young girl confronts the viewer with her message. Theme 6. Buddha's Infinite Grace. Setting the cosmos in motion. The majestic scene shows Falun Gong founder Li Hongzhi surrounded by bright colors. Depicted within each circle are the different ways Falun Gong practitioners raise awareness of the persecution in China. Theme 7. The Point of No Return. It is said in religions that during the Last Judgment, God will reappear to take good people up to heaven and send bad people down to hell. The S-shaped composition in this painting links the two extremes, good people ascending to heaven and bad people facing destruction. Together they form the Last Judgment and illustrate the principle that good is rewarded and evil is punished.